A lot of my messages are to people in the mortgage industry. Sometimes they're to people in the real estate industry, and then sometimes I like to send a message to just anybody watching. Well, this one is going to be interesting because I actually have friends that are not in real estate that are asking me what I think about the new NAR settlement. So rarely is there something in the mortgage and real estate world that actually gets other people outside of mortgage and real estate to be like, wait, what's going on? But it's like all over Facebook. And so I've got to comment on it. Now, I'm not going to give you in this video an entire explanation of what just happened. You can actually, read some things on it, but also I'm not equipped to do that yet. I never like to say anything that is a strong statement until I know exactly what I'm talking about and I've researched everything myself. What I will tell you just in general is the big question now that's coming up is, how does this change a buyer's experience and a seller's experience in selling real estate? Typically, a seller's agent or a listing agent will choose what they're going to pay the buyer's agent, and then that payment comes from the seller. And so buyers have not really had to pay any fees to a real estate person to get the house. It's always done by the seller, but it's also not decided on by the buyer. That decision is made before the buyer steps into it. And technically, it's a buyer's fee, which is where all the trouble's coming in. So there's a lot of questions around, will buyers now have to, pay directly to a real estate agent their fee? Where will buyers get that money? I mean, I've talked to people not in the real estate industry, I'm not paying that much money for a buyer's agent. And that's kind of exactly the problem, right? If the seller pays it, the buyer didn't have to, then there's no control over that fee and the buyer doesn't know that that's the fee that's actually being paid. So that's all I'm going to say about the detail. What I want to talk to you about is how we're handling this. It's so interesting to see things like that just trigger massive hate out there in social. And if you say the letters NAR, if you say something about the suit, you're going to get a lot of anger, a lot of hate, and it's all over the place. And part of it is because we don't fully get a grip before we start talking. And that's my encouragement, my challenge for you this week. If you're part of the real estate community, the mortgage community, I would encourage you to spend this time, number one, backing out emotion. Emotion does not help us get the job done. Emotion doesn't help you sleep at night. It doesn't help you decrease your stress, right? It doesn't help you decrease your worry. Emotion just heightens all of that. And so as much as you can, if you can back out your emotional state of frustration or of anger and then go straight to logic, you will do way better with this. I get it. It's an emotional thing, right? Realtors right now I'm watching on socials are saying, I do so much work you don't even understand. And I don't know a lot of people questioning how much work a realtor does. Realtors do a lot of work and I think it's great. But that initial reaction is, to think your value is in question or what you bring to the table is in question. That doesn't help. Just jump past that process and go straight to what exactly will be the result of this. Let me give you a few things that will be the result of this. Buyer's agents have to know their value. What is it you do, right? I speak all over the country. I know what I charge as a speaking fee. But if you were to look at my speaking fee and judge me based on my speaking fee, we'd have a problem because you're paying me for 1 hour and yet the work that I did to be prepared for that 1 hour, the process I went through, the expertise in my head, you're really paying for all that, but it'd be easy to say, well, you just did this 1 hour, so why are you worth that much money? Same thing with real estate. Buyer's agents do so much work. A great buyer's agent does so much work, and you're really paying for that resource that you're getting, all of the work that they've put into that process, all of the time and energy and money that they didn't get back. You're really paying for an expert. And so don't look at that and just be like, oh, it's this much money for that thing. But buyers will be asking, what is it you're bringing to the table? So you have to be able to quantify and go, this is what I'm bringing. And it can't just be years of experience. It's got to be, I'm doing this and this and this and this, and that's why I can justify this amount of money. So every real estate agent right now, back out the emotion from the process, dive straight into, okay, I'm going to document the heck out of what I bring to the table and why I'm worth the amount of money I charge. It's the best thing you can do right now. Second best thing is go read the cases, right? Read everything that's been done here for yourself. Because I don't know if you know this, but the media tends to spin things and they can do a great job. And I'm seeing spin in both directions. I'm seeing the realtor spin of nothing will change, it's business as usual, calm down, which I think is completely inaccurate. And I'm seeing the other side of it, like there will be no more realtors. That's not true either. So somewhere in the middle is the truth, but to find the truth, you have to back out the media. You have to go straight in and start reading this stuff for yourself. We're doing that here at the company. We'll be continually giving you updates as we see them. Those updates will be grounded in fact and in logic so that we can make sure we're not steering you the wrong direction. You can always get content from us inside of the Knowledge Coop and anybody can log in. So if you go to knowledgecoop.com, jump into Coop Plus, where we're delivering content on this. We're going to form some groups around it, some masterminds around it, try and figure out exactly what will be the impact. But we're getting great minds together so that we can do this the right way. Because listening to people who just throw stuff out there is, again, going to push you into a very emotional state. So those are my challenges to you. Jump in the Coop. Let's have the conversation in there. Obviously, you can comment below this video and we can have a conversation here, but let's get great minds together and figure out what the end result is going to be, because it is an absolute game changer for the real estate community and for consumers that are trying to buy and sell houses. Have a great week.